Going on, traders? Smash the like out there. Who's ready to get back to the trading action? You guys know where you're at. It's live trading with Benzinga, where we get to live trading options. We trade a little prop action. We get moo action, small account challenge going on. And of course, we don't even shy away from options here. You guys smash the like. You know where you're at. Let's get to it and put your top stock to watch in the chat right now.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
What's going on, traders? Are you guys ready to get to our trading action today? Of course, we got our boys. We got Faloona in the house. We got Zunaid in the house. Smash the like. Let's get it started. It's time to get good old Mondays going here. Of course, on Mondays, we got to be, rested, ready to go back into the market. And if you're not out there, of course, just take it easy. I know sometimes Monday can be a little tiring, and that's normal too. But let's start focusing on our trading action. We'll see what happens today in the market. We are pretty much going sideways right now. And I feel like we're just kind of hanging in there right now. We'll see if the market does take a downturn today. I'm going to keep an eye out on some stocks. Of course, I have still some shorts in kind of like XOM, the oil game, going after that. Been doing that for a while now. We'll see if that can go down there towards the 101.50s, maybe even 100. That's where I want to take some top profits in these stocks. We'll see what happens on that one. I do also have BJ to the upside, still riding this one. We'll see what happens. On Friday, we had a good little ride up there, trying to get back there to 64. If I can get somewhere near 64 today, I don't mind taking majority of it off there on BJ's, and still got that one little piece in Adobe. We'll see if it comes after me today and stops me out. But there's a lot of stocks with news today and things like that. So I'm going to get to the boys here to let them go into stocks that they have. And of course, you guys out there, if you guys have any stock that's on your radar, feel free to throw it up in the chat. We'll make sure to get to it. All right, pulling down my charts and going to go ahead and kick it to Ryan's outlook on the S&P 500. And, of course, we'll kick it to some stocks that Zunaid is looking at. How we doing, guys?
All right, doing good, man. Happy Monday to everybody out there. Hope you all are ready for another big week here. I believe we're expecting CPI numbers this week. Someone check me on that, but that'll be something that we're looking for the broader market. As far as the SPY goes, I want to see do we continue this down move, or do we kind of, as Mitch was saying, trade sideways, consolidate a little, and then maybe reverse this direction? I don't know the answer to that. Obviously, I'm still in bearish mode. I believe, or I hope, that we would continue to come in here, but we'll see if we end up getting that. So the way I'm going to play this movement, if I feel good about either direction, are going to be through ETFs, either SQQQ or TQQQ, maybe SOXS or SOXL. No positions being carried from last week, so we're starting fresh on this Monday. We'll see what happens with the market today. Now, we do have some small caps that are kind of making moves here today. First one on the list is going to be Meds. And if you recall correctly, this was actually the last trade that I made in the small account. This did a reverse split. One of the reasons why we took that is because the reverse split stocks seem to run after their reverse split. This 1 for 15 reverse split left Meds with like 700,000 shares in the float. And now we're seeing another pop here today. Now, this one is news driven. So they released some news right after the close on Friday. So obviously, the market being closed over the weekend, there was nothing that traders could react to. But this news has been out there since Friday. So keep that in mind. TradeX Health, or I guess Trade Health, issues correction to a press release announcing it is anticipated combination with Superaltus. If you actually want to read through that, that's right here. And then the PR that they initially released was 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday. They issued a correction to that PR in the after hours. That's what we're seeing here today on Meds. Now, if we take a look at the chart here, you can see after hours this popped. This actually took another leg up. This morning when the pre-market opened, it came back in, but didn't come very far back in, certainly not above the aftermarket session on Friday. And now we're taking another leg up into the close. So the strategy for this one is going to be do we feel confident that it's come into a support level? Really, really low float. This is liable to be spready when the market opens. Might be difficult to kind of position yourself for a smaller scalp. Probably, definitely a stock that you'd want to reduce your position size on. But this could be setting up for another move. And frankly, if we come back in and retrace them, let me go ahead and add a VWAP to this chart here. That should make it a little bit easier to discern. If this comes back in towards the VWAP and kind of holds there, that might set up for a VWAP bounce scalp. So we'll see. Med's definitely going to be on the radar today. I don't know if this is going to continue to go higher or come back in, but either way, we should have a trading opportunity here on Meds. Next one is going to be MLTX. This is Moon Lake Immunotherapeutics. Now you can see here, this popped as high as 108. We do have a catalyst here. Moon Lake Immunotherapeutic shares are trading higher after the company's phase 2 study for nanobody. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Met its primary endpoint in hydraldentis. I can't even say these. So in any case, this did pop, went as high as 109. We've come all the way back into 49. I'm not sure that the crazy action is over on this name. Again, I don't know if we go back up to 110. I don't know if we come all the way back into where we started, but I suspect that we're going to have opportunity in either direction, maybe even both here today on MLTX. The other thing here is that this might spark some other biotechs as sympathy plays with both Meds and MLTX running up today. So kind of keep that in mind as well. Next is going to be INVO. This is INVO Bioscience. This is a penny stock for all you penny players. This did pop as high as 45. It's back down here at 26. We're below the VWAP. We'll see if that gets going here. And let me actually put a volume filter on here and put my price filter on here as well. All right. Then next is going to be Lucid. We did have some news here with Lucid as well. So you can see Lucid actually popped up to 620 here. Catalyst driving Lucid. Lucid shares are trading higher after the company announced a technology partnership with Aston Martin to integrate, supply Lucid's electric vehicle powertrain and battery system contracts worth in excess of $450 million. The takeaway for me here is that Lucid clearly trying to be one of the luxury EV brands a step higher. Partnering with Aston Martin is very consistent with what they're trying to do. So on the surface here, I like this. Ultimately, with some of these EV cars, a lot of it comes down to deliverables and profitability. But news here today, popping Lucid. We'll see if we end up getting a trade on Lucid. We're actually right at the VWAP right now, so that's pretty good. PacWest, we did see a little bit of a sell-off in some of the regional banks last week. We're seeing that pop back here. PacWest shares are trading higher after Aris Management acquired the bank's $3.5 billion specialty finance loan portfolio. So it looks like some more help here for PacWest. Honorable mention, it might be worth checking out WAL. They also kind of had a sell-off last week. They're up a little bit in the pre-market, but I don't see a whole lot of movement. Next one here is going to be Space. Looks like this is trying to pop back. We had kind of an eventful week for Space, really kind of traded down. It'll be interesting to see if we trade back up to some of those levels. Might be a regression to the mean trade there. We got Mitch's favorite, the boats. We got Carnival Cruise Lines trading up here today. Looks like they have a conference call and they had earnings here this morning. Market, just reversed, just as I was saying. I'll see if Mitch actually went through that. Looks like they're just getting the earnings print out there right now. So let's let Carnival settle and see where it's at. We might be able to take a trade on other boats as well. Last one here is going to be IC. This is ISEE. I feel like we've traded this one here before. I'm not sure why it's popped up here. Did we actually have a, let me see if we had a, nope, I don't see any reverse split here. It just looks like it's popped. So IC, this might be on the table here today. We'll see what the volume looks like when the market opens. The other thing to keep in mind, and this is a discussion I had over the weekend, the other thing to keep in mind is with all the news of the stuff going on in Russia and Ukraine, you actually might see a pop in cybersecurity stocks. And I think that pop might be helped if we get a strong market in tech. If tech doesn't pull back or is strong this week, I think you could see some of those cybersecurity stocks going off. PanW going to be your best in class, but another one that's worth mentioning here, FTNT, that's Fortinet. Decent chart here on Fortinet too. Looks like it's trying to go back up, trying to take this top off. The dips, the recent dips have been met with buyers. So be interesting to see if Fortinet gets off the ground, but keep that in mind as a potential theme. Zunaid, how you doing this happy Monday? How you doing today?
Doing well, man. Excited to get the trading week going. Got a couple of stocks that we're looking at here as well. Let me go ahead and put my charts up. So the two main ones for me is NVIDIA here. So I've been patiently waiting for this 420 crack on NVIDIA. I mean, you can see you have resistance and you've got support, 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 support. And even this morning on pre-market, you had that 420 hold of support as we've bounced about $4. So no question to me, if you're looking to go short, this is the area that you need to break. And then you can maybe think about going short. To the upside, you've got a bit of a trend line here that you could draw, but mainly I'm looking for the pop up 440. Then you can go ahead and try to have 450, excuse me, as a magnet to the upside. So that's what I've got here on NVIDIA, ticker NVDA. Taking a look at Tesla here, you've got the 250 level. You can see how many times that's kind of been holding. So you've had resistance and again, support, support, support again, even this morning in the pre-market. So if you believe the market's going to take a little bit of a dip to the downside, one of the stocks that I think you can keep an eye on is going to be Tesla if we do go ahead and break the 250 level. So those are the two main stocks that I'm keeping an eye on. Let's go ahead and check out some SPY. Obviously been on a bit of a downtrend by the past couple of days, or maybe a week, if you will. And we'll see this 433 area if it continues to hold on as support or not. It has the past couple of days. And so we'll see if we can go ahead and get a crack below that level or not. On the Qs itself, still waiting on the crack of 360. We're quite ways away. Well, not quite, but we've got about $2.5 or 2.5 points away from that one. So we'll go ahead and set an alert at this 260 level because in case we want to go short on the market, especially the Qs, if we feel like tech is a bit weak, we can go ahead and see a crack of 360, 02s, 360 areas right over there. And then maybe we can pay a visit to about the 356s. Matter of fact, I think the first target of mine would probably be about 358 or so. Let's go ahead and take a look at AI. Obviously, it's been kind of, down itself as well ever since you had the NVIDIA news and everything else. You had a nice breakout, and then it just has continued to fade away to the downside. In terms of where we can find support next on this one, let's go ahead and remove all the drawings. Let's see. It might, so for one, the first one would be this 3250. And the reason I say that is because if you kind of come here, you can see how this area was resistance around May 25th. We can see if that works out. And then the next area I would say would be at $30 right over here, because if you come down here, you've got that. So you've got this resistance area popped up, held as support, held as support. Now what do we do around this $30? So to me, I prefer buying it at 30 if it all comes all the way down. But if it doesn't, maybe this 34 ends up being a bit of a, this 33 ends up being at the support area. So we'll see how that one plays out. Let's go ahead and check out Amazon. Let's see what we've got here. Kind of a similar story. So if it does go ahead and take a dip, I would look for some support around 128 or so. So you had a nice little pop, came back, held a support. If you look left, you can see that was resistance, and now it's holding on to support. So the closer you can get it to 128, the better, in my opinion, in terms of risk reward. If you're looking to play this to the long side, the next support area after we go ahead and crack that is 124, and you can see how many times that has held a support: once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I would say 128 and then 124 would be my areas of support on that one. Let's see what else we've got. Going to Baba, nothing really there for me. Let's check out Google. Looks like Google might be willing to crack the 120s, which it has held on as support the past couple of sessions. And if it does go to crack 120s, I'd be interested. I think the next area of support could be around this 118.51. But that's 120 on Google. Let's see if we've got anything else. Is there any tickers in the chat that y'all want to go through? Let me know. Buy the dip on CCL. I don't know if I'm
Tals is one that I think has, that was one that was suggested by the chat here. Smoke Tuna looking at that.
Ooh,
Tals
like
has a 310 break. Yeah, possible right there. I like it too.
And if you go ahead and look left, you've got 3 that was resistance. And now, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can put a trade on this one. Where's my broker?
What's the ticker again? I'm sorry.
TALS. Tango Alpha Lima Sandy.
All right, I'm waiting for my broker to pop up here. There we go.
There we go. I like that 310 mark. Looks interesting.
I'm going to see if we can have a little bit of a dip by as soon as this loads up. Okay.
Let's have some fun, boys.
But yeah, let me know if there's any other tickers in the chat that y'all would like to go through. Meds just broke 20. It had a nice little peak above, came right back down.
All
The
right.
closer you can get it to 1750, the better. What's up?
So I know I might have missed it already, but how are those CCL numbers? Did they finally come in?
It just come out when Ryan was going through his chart, so feel free to cover it if you'd like.
Yeah, the CCL earnings, Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was really interesting for me.
initially popped, then went lower. I actually wanted to get your opinion on the report. Conference call's currently ongoing. Looks like it's pounding the lows at the moment.
Okay, so at least from what I see, this doesn't look too bad on the outlook overall. Occupancy is pretty filled up there. And so they're getting the fill there. But the only thing here is that I think this has to do more along with it just has gone too far too fast. All right, and we're already dropping here in the pre-market though. That's the problem though. I wanted to short these names, but if we're already dropping this much, it's kind of really hard to go short, right? It was a short through 16 back to 15 or 14. Now you already got one of those points. So I could see this coming back to 14, but that's pretty much it. At least I could see that. I could see buy the dippers coming in this. The report isn't really bad overall in the long run. I think this is just going to do a little bit of a pullback, but let's see if we get a slower reaction from RCL and NCL. Look how RCL is going down here too. NCLH is also going down here. So we got to watch these. I'm going to look to see if we can get a little bit of a pullback on these, especially towards levels that make sense. This one's already near support. Norwegian. Let's see if it comes back to the trend line. Trend line's a move back there towards like 17, maybe a move to 1738. So I'm going to be looking for that towards the open here to see if I can get short some of these cruise lines. We'll have to wait and find out. CCL still loses money. Yes, it still loses money, but it's the thing that was worried for CCL for so long. It was more along, was it going to disappear altogether? And I don't think this is going to disappear altogether here, team. It made it through the pandemic. It made it through that. Now you're seeing these cruise lines and these boats filled the heck up. I think in the long run, CCL will be one that I'd want to have. I'd want to have literally all three of the cruise lines in a long-term portfolio. I just think at the long run, they're going to be able to figure it out. And I mean, at least I've been on cruises and I love them. So maybe that's another reason why I would also go with these. I'm looking for airlines on pullbacks. AAL has pulled back to like 16.25. Will it make another up move today? We'll keep an eye out on a stock like that. And of course, we'll keep an eye out to see what happens in the tech names to see if we get some pullback in tech. It's been one of those days where we're already been leaking. So I have this feeling that we can make another move up. But of course, I don't want to have too much of that pre-market confirmation bias here. Got to wait for the reaction. Let's see if we do get that up move. Names that I could see even going up today is like, let's say even like Tesla just recovers here and comes right back up. That's why it's hard for me to go shorting Tesla, NVIDIA, names like that. Because the truth is, they still haven't really broken daily support. All right, let's get to some other stocks here. Mentioned in the chat, I see some Blink mentioned, Palantir. We can take a little peek at Palantir and names like that. We got still about 6 minutes here towards the bell. Palantir is back there to 14. Will this kind of hold now that it's touched the gap? It filled the gap and drew this before this happened. Now it's already filled that. Now it's starting to come back. This is the logical pullback, right? Now the only question is, do buyers step in today and push it back, like let's say above 1425 or 1430, starting to make its way back here towards 16. Doesn't look too bad. It's a logical area, but it's going to be hard to look at. Target, we'll see if that gets a little bit of a lift. Remember, Starbucks was my top short on Friday. We'll see if this gets shorted again. This is another one that I think could go lower today. So I'm going to keep an eye on it to see if it tries to make a move back through 99 and then gets hit again. We'll see what happens on Starbucks today. Also seeing ASTS mentioned in the chat. Would you go on a Titanic cruise? Ha, 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 Jesse. No, I wouldn't go on a Titanic cruise. But to tell you the truth, would I do an like one that goes from like New York all the way to like, let's say Spain? Hell yeah. I've actually been looking at some of those. Those would be pretty dope. 15 days. Let's do it. That's pretty much the Titanic cruise. Lucid, let's do that. Let's take a look at that, of course, with Aston Martin mentioned. This one I think could squeeze higher. Even though I don't like the name long run or long term, that doesn't mean that this can't squeeze out of this range. So I'm going to look for a move back above 613s. I'll set an alert there for Lucid to see if it gets above that 613. That's when I'll start paying attention to it. Right now, I kind of just want to leave it alone to maybe do a little bit of a pullback again. But if it starts driving through 613s, I'm going to start paying attention to this one, and that's Lucid. All right, kicking it to you guys. What do you
Mitch,
got, Ryan?
You're getting asked about ticker Tune. Becca wants to know, what are your thoughts
Tune.
on your old love?
Ooh, Tune. Tune? Is this a
Yeah, it's a new to as of today.
Oh, so I don't have it at least. Why is it an old love?
Cartoon Studios. I don't know what it changed its name from.
Is this Cartoon Network? I don't know about this, guys. I'm learning with you guys here. You know, sometimes you guys even catch me on this. I don't know about
Cartoon
this.
Studios transfers listing to NYSE American, begins trading under new ticker symbol Tune.
Okay, well,
Genius Brands changes corporate name to Cartoon Studios.
There's
So
the
that's
truth.
why.
There's the truth. You know what helped us? A Benzinga Pro, of course. Come on, man. Thank you, Ryan, for setting me straight. So,
Well, that
Genius
was
Brands,
actually Becca, but
Well,
you're welcome.
I mean, at least for getting me at least the news there for me. And the stock. You guys see it. I don't even have it on TC. So that just goes to show you, right? I mean, it doesn't have everything, right? Genius Brands. Okay, so I've been thinking about this for a long time. I actually like Genius Brands for what they're doing. The only problem is, where's the money? And so they're rebranding here. I think in the long run, I think they have good content. The content's there. I just need to see the money. You know how sometimes there's like companies that have like good products, but they just don't make money? This is one that I would say is very similar to those lines. The product is there. The money needs to come. Where's the money, man? But I'll see if I can reach out and maybe do another Genius Brands interview, Carmen's. How's that one for you? That I know we can do here. All right, let's get towards the market. Let's get towards the open. It's 9:29. Let's have some fun, guys. Stay safe out there. It's 9:30. It's bell time. Let's get after it, team.
Here you've got Tesla at the 250 area. We'll see if it wants to bounce from there. So far, it is for $1. There's the move.
Oh, Becca, no worries about confusing me. There's always times where I want to learn, and you guys teaching me something today on that one. It just was a headline that I didn't really catch. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what it's about. Can't catch them all, like they say in Pokemon, right?
Femi curling here. Whis, looks like you're on that.
All right, looking for stocks moving here out the gate. SPY moving up here, so we're starting to get a little bit of an up move here. Going to look to see if some stocks rip higher, like AMD, NVIDIA, names like that. AMD already pulling back after a nice little rip here early in the pre-market. Let's see if it holds 111s here. Goes a little higher, but I'm going to be slower to the move today. I want to see the market give me a direction first versus me trying to pick the direction early.
Let's see, where's the
BJ, big pullback. I'll look to see if I can get back above 63. And of course, I'll be getting my Moomoo ready. I do want to let you guys know, though, I don't have a day trade left in the Moomoo account, 0 until Wednesday. But I'll keep a look on it to see if I can find something in the Explore tab and definitely see what's standing out today, right? Let's go to the stock heat map, back to best performing. I can see food delivery, silver, utilities, broadcasting, oil up, footwear and accessories. Nike up here on the day. Skechers was up early. I'm going to take a look at Nike. Nike was up early in the week last week. I think it could make another little up move here. Looks interesting. Already starting to lift here is Nike. Looking for pullbacks to 110, but it's already been there. All right, kicking it to you guys. What are you guys seeing out there?
Watching MLTX and meds. If MLTX can get above 50 here, there might be a play, but we'll see. Meds looks like it came back into the VWAP and kind of stopped here.
I'm going to look to short Tesla at around 254s if it can get up there. We're about a couple of bucks away from that.
All right, Tesla is up move out the gates. A little up move. Yeah.
All right, took some MLTX here. We're playing with fire.
Looking for some
Took
VWAP
50
pullbacks.
shares at $50.
Nike already towards almost 111. Look for some pullbacks later in that. All right, what's
MLTX
going on
at
out there, team?
52s.
Yeah, Nike does have earnings later in the week. Good mention, Jay. I should have mentioned that also. But
All right, taking MLTX off here. So nice little quick trade. Just traded 50 shares. Nice little scalp for
Nice.
$80. Green on the screen early out of the gate. Trading something a little out of my comfort zone. So liking this early Monday morning. MLTX might go higher here if it can take out 52.
hey, a little cushion for your pushing, Ryan. Let's go.
Whoa, simmer down there, man. Simmer down.
Let me see what we got here. That might be a little too much. Let me slim this down.
There you go. That's a nice little cushion, though, Ryan.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab some MLTX here. I know I came late to the party. I should have joined you. My stop loss is going to be, let me see where it is. Approximately, what's up?
I was going to say it just broke below 50. That's where I bought. I bought on that 50 break to the upside. What I was doing is I was waiting for a pullback just like we're seeing now, and I tried to buy it low as it looked like it was going to move back up. I got lucky on this one.
All right, gonna look for that nice 110 pullback here on Nike.
There's 50 again. Ryan, can you check CAT? Yes, we can check CAT. That's of course Caterpillar. Caterpillar, nice little move out of the open here today, Wally. One of the things about Caterpillar is that recently it kind of retraced some of that up move. Now it does look like it's kind of found some footing here. So for a long side trade, I'd be looking for, if it broke this 231.50 low, it's probably going to continue to retrace down to the next support level. But maybe it can actually push back and try to take this top off here at 251. So Wally, I actually like CAT long term as a company here. I don't have a angle on which the next direction it's going to move. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it was really small size, really small size. With something like this that's kind of all over the place, really can't take anything with it. 50 shares. I mean, nice little way to start the day. That's about all. Just trying to get some green on the screen here. Looks like it's breaking back beneath 50 here on MLTX.
Green and energy, green and financial services, real estate. Only thing in the red right now I have is healthcare and consumer defensives from the open. I'll look for pullbacks on Nike. That's what I'm looking for.
AI, big move out of the open here on AI. Let's see if this gets some of our other AI names running. We had Sound, SOUN last week. Yeah. BBAI would be another one to watch here if this can get going. SOUN, actually, if it can take out this pre-market high, this might be something here. So watch that along with that AI move. Sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good. CXAI looking interesting for me there off the 11s, now recovering towards 11.15. Doesn't look too bad there to maybe start getting going. We'll see if that gets some volume and really starts to push. I'm not going to be able to play it though.
Short Tesla around the 254.80s.
Ooh, shorting the dragon. My man Zunaid coming after it. What's the idea here?
Yeah, just wait it here. Let me put
You're good.
Ticker up. Looking at the other broker. You got a nice little bounce from the 250, so we're waiting for it to possibly come on back down and test VWAP. That's the biggest thing, is just for it to come on back down and see if we can get a couple of bucks on the VWAP test, and that's where we'd get out of it. But nice 250 hold from the morning for sure.
SOUN looks like it's trying to take out 384. There's some size there. I'm going to try this small. SOUN. There it goes, 384. Let's go. Did we hook another one
you
here?
Up, big dog. Ryan stepping up to the plate early today. Someone got some good sleep.
That's right, man. That's right. That's the benefit of going to sleep early. Feel rested for the next day. Plus, I was exhausted from golf.
I agree with that. Sound looking good here. Volume coming in. Doesn't look bad at all, my friend.
Sydney saying here, MLTX for day traders only today. Management has 1% only. Will it be heavily shorted? Sydney, I completely agree with this. This is for a trade only. I don't. Whoa, pop here on SOUN.
Yeah, your wall.
I'm going to
Your wall
close that.
busted through the wall. There was a wall at 92, 95s. I was just about to come in there to let you know, but
Hey, I took it off. This SOUN might go higher here, but I can't believe this. I'm 2 for 2 on day trades today here, folks. We're up $150 early.
Yeah, it looks interesting there too. And just to give you the pullback level where there's some big buying setting up there at the 72, there was about 10,000 setting up right now. So it looks like someone's willing to take some pullback buy if it comes back. So doesn't look too bad here. Sound.
No, it doesn't. And with AI moving, Mitch, the sympathy effect is real. Is AI still at highs here? Let's see.
Yeah. Real quick.
Go ahead,
Tesla.
Zunaid.
I'm gonna go ahead and cover 3/4 of my share size. I'm out here at around 254s. I'm out. Still got some piece remaining. So go ahead.
No, I was just saying AI here. We're holding this push up. We're not quite at the highs. 35. What do I have here? 35.30 looks to be the high here. We're currently at 34.80, so just under it, but holding this initial move up. The longer it does that, the better it is for some of these sympathy AI plays.
And next stop for is 4,000, 6,000 shares on ARCA waiting there, about 6,100 shares there. So let's see if we can get through that 4. After you get through that 4, I could see like probably like 405s coming really quickly into play. Next stop 410s looks like it on sound, at least from what I'm seeing in the depth there. Of course, I'm not in this. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing. Look at that 37,000 shares showing up here on.
Here, let me get your screen. There you go.
Here you go. 395. So 37,000 shares set up there. What is that pretty much? To me, that's an order like, hey, come and hit me on a pullback because I'm willing to take it through 4. So 37,000 shares just sitting there at 95s on ARCA. Tells me a little bit something. There's a big supply there waiting. Like, hey, come hit me because I'm willing to take it through 4. Let's see if it gets through this 4. You see the wall set up there now, 10,000 shares at 4, and the 38,000 shares at 395. Right now, the book is looking like on NASDAQ 396 by 397. Watch when it gets to 395. Let's see if some of that gets hit. And then it comes right back through 4. That's what I'll be looking for in sound. But of course, I'm not taking this. I'm just calling it how I'm seeing the chart. You guys take this all with a grain of salt.
Market moving towards the highs here. So I know we were a little bit weak in the pre-market, but everything green here across the board. Dow, Qs, and SPY. We're close to flat, but we are green.
Q's going higher. It seems like a nice little day start for me. Overall, it seems like we're starting to push a little bit higher. The one stock that I would say on a caveat is that NVIDIA not kind of leading the party, right? I want to see NVIDIA lead the party to show me that AI can stay strong in those names. Google's an interesting name to look at today. I thought it had an interesting chart for a recovery back through 122s today. We get really close to it and we turn right back around. We'll see if we get a little pullback action on Google.
On Tesla, I'm just going to cover the remaining shares.
Nice. I can't blame you on that, Zunaid. It was in a bad looking chart there too. So it looked like it was a little bit of a battle there, and I could see it pulling back to the VWAP also, and then maybe taking another lift here. We'll see what happens. 252 is a pullback level I like for Tesla today, and maybe I could risk off of 250s. We'll see what happens there. I'm just looking around, team. Let's see what happens here on sound. Sound looks like those 96 got hit some. I didn't see what the 95s got hit. I wasn't watching it there. Of course, one way to look at that too is if you see a big sizing on like level 2, you want to also kind of make sure that it goes through on the time and sales. So I'll show you guys that chart there to show you how important that is. Make sure it's going through on the time and sales, right? So you see right here, 24,000 shares at 96. That's him getting hit there. There's some big order there at 96, 95. So they're trying to bounce in here. Let's see if they can drive it through 4s. You can see how there's some selling there at 398s and 4 waiting to get through there. After that level, I'd see 425s. Now we're getting those tests of the pullbacks. I'm looking for pullback buys. We'll see if we get any. All right, guys, we'll keep it going, guys. I'm looking also at some pullback buys, looking for Tesla to 252. We'll look to see if that pulls back. I've had an order sitting at 110 for Nike for now like 5 or 10 minutes. Let's see if I can ever get this pullback right back towards 110. I'm going to cancel it now to see if it can come back to that level, but I'm willing to take it.
Carmen, looks like Carmen had MLTX prior to this morning.
Nice.
So just an unbelievably monster win, Carmen. Congratulations. Yeah, it's a really, really good start to your week here. If you had that ahead of this move here today. Great, great stuff.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I'm still in Carmen waiting for, excuse me, my apologies. I'm still in MLTX waiting for this 50 break to the upside once again. Currently, it's making higher highs on the 5 minutes. It's on its third candle, obviously, but still waiting for a pop above 50. Let's pull up the chart of MLTX.
Yeah, and you guys, SLRN is moving here to the highs. What happened to my chart? My chart got frozen. Here you go. SLRN. This is just moving right out of the gate here. No trade for me. It's really just kind of no pullbacks. I know it tried in here a little bit, but pullbacks have been getting bought. This super strength here today. No position for me. IRNT getting called by Smoked Tuna. Also appearing on the relative volume scanners is a penny stock here on IRNT moving towards the highs.
All right, guys, liking Google pullback here on VWAP. So I'm taking a look at it now. All right, guys, just took a little bit of Google there. So I'm long there at 121.74 on the prop account there. It's going to take a little bit of Google here for a little bit of a VWAP bounce type of play. Show you guys that play really quickly here. So I just grabbed a little bit there at 74s. Going to play it off the VWAP. Just saw bottoming near that 121.50s. So that's kind of the risk. Let's see if it gets up there past the 122s. I like this for a daily recovery here on the outlook going back to the trend line. We'll see what happens there on Google.
MLTX, I'm going to go ahead and take a $3 loss. I'm out of that one. We'll wait to see if it wants to pop back above 50 or not. I'm going to set my alert.
Real quick, Jay Rice, you were talking about snow earlier. You have any line on snow? I saw you talking about it earlier, but I did not commit it to memory. I'm sorry about that. Buglog saying, Ryan, join me on the swing trade on CCL. My exit is at 16. Trying to convince me to buy the boats. That is a tough premise. It does look like it to be fair though. Looks like it's bouncing here. Maybe that first move reaction is over now. We'll watch CCL here. No position for me though.
Oh, I can't do it on that one.
Wiss, love the discipline here. No trades for me yet today. I'm waiting for the A+ setup. Absolutely love this discipline. That's what you should be doing.
All right, looking at the 5-minute chart, now looking for Google to get through that 122 and really start moving higher. HD giving me an alert there too. Home Depot move up through 303.89s to 303.90s. This just went through 4 already. This actually looking pretty nice today. This looks like a decent swing trade opportunity for me. I would need to get a pullback below 304s, but I'm going to look to try to get that on a swing trade. Anything pulling back towards like 303.90s, I'm willing to take a little bit of Home Depot today. So I'll show you guys that chart really quickly here. Really big. Look at the daily chart. Nice little bunch up formation. Look at the 9 EMA holding. Nice resistance above. And what do you have? You have a gap right above to fill. This looks interesting for me. I'll tell you what. I'll take a swing trade all day on this chart. I'll see if I get filled, and I'll let you guys know. What you got? What you got out there, team?
Becca is calling PLTR. That is moving higher here. Jay,
PLTR?
thanks for Jay, thanks for getting back to me. Ryan, Snow has a 4-day conference in Vegas starting today. NVIDIA will be there as well. So that's really good to keep in mind here. If you see moving in some of these stocks like Snow, I got to actually click the ticker.
Snow
and
looks
also
good
NVIDIA.
as hell. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, actually, I kind of like this too, right? We popped a little bit. We kind of came back in, definitely holding here. This looks like this wants to go higher on Snow. Jay, who else is there if you know offhand?
Just be careful with Snow. It's a little bit higher price and moves very fast. So that's one thing that I will mention. Like it's moved like $4 or $5 already on the day. So you got to know that you're dealing with a stock that moves that much.
BNTC looks like crows on BNTC, another penny stock here. This is pushing up towards 40 cents. This is 100% gain. This was 20 cents on Friday.
Let's see.
Like that snow pullback though. I'm looking for 180s here on pullbacks. I'm going to try to get in on snow.
Let's take a look at snow options. You said NVIDIA was there too. That's definitely interesting.
180 10s out. 180. Put 180 out there on snow for the prop. Of course, I still have Google. Lucid giving me the alert. There's the Lucid alert, guys. There's the move, at least for me, through 613s that I would look for pullbacks now for. Lucid getting there to 614s. Will it make a little bit of a pullback here? Doesn't look too bad. Of course, retail loves to see this one, so I'm going to look for pullbacks to 6 on Lucid. Below 604s is something that I could look at on Lucid. And I'd risk right down towards like the 694 spot.
I'm going to start a small size here in Lucid. I appreciate you calling that out. 610 is my purchase price. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can buy some more at around $6 or so.
Awesome stuff, Jay. Thank you.
All right.
All right. I'm putting a limit
clear
at
out.
604 and below to 6.
All right. We're looking at, so the big spot to go ahead and break over is going to be the 620, which is your pre-market high. We're currently in at 611 because I purchased a couple more, but still have about 300 shares that I want to buy at $6. If it does go back and test it, here's 615, 5 cents away from pre-market highs, and then we hope to blast off above there.
There you go. There you go, you guys. We're keeping an eye on it. And I saw you guys in the chat watching Lucid. But that's why I also set alerts too, right? Because I can't watch everything at the same time. That's just impossible. Snow already moving up through that 180, never filling me on that pullback. It was at 180.10, now towards 180s already. That would have been a nice one. So I'm going to look for pullbacks below that. I'm canceling the buy right now.
Lucid next spot here, 615. Looks like there's a little size at 614 on Lucid. That was a nice pop away from 6 there.
Google with a nice move there. So I'm going to look for that to continue higher. I can actually tighten the risk to like 66 and just let Google try to work me into a good profit today.
Let's see what we've got on Tesla. What's going on here?
Snow coming back to that 180. Snow at 179.94 on Snow.
X giving me an alert to the downside. Just to let you guys know about that. I always let you guys know if I get alerts. It's more along just for me to catch movement, but we'll see what happens. Looking for that pullback to 604 on Lucid. Let me see what's going on with the level 2s there.
Looks like it's
Big
trying
sale at
615 here now on Lucid.
You got it, bro. You got it. They raised it up there to 618. There was a little wall there. They took it off there at 15s. Next wall, 618 here. And then you got a couple walls setting up there. I mean, but then again, there's so much size on the left-hand side too here.
By the way,
since $6, there's a lot of volume there.
Sydney was saying, is APLD dead? Someone was asking about APLD earlier today. I'm sorry I didn't get to it. We obviously had a PR last Friday. Then we had a piece of news about some relationship amongst the management team there or something like that. They're maintaining that it was consensual or all that. That's likely playing into this sell-off here. I don't know if this is dead or if this might bounce here. It looks like it's holding 8 pretty well so far, at least.
All right, here comes Lucid looking to break that 620.
Google going in my favor here now towards 122s 11s. That's looking good for me from 121.74. Gonna look for that to continue higher. Let's start looking for these bigger stocks that just lead to the upside. Apple already pushing higher here. Microsoft, how's Microsoft doing? That just got off the VWAP. That actually looks like an opportunity for me, but I'm going to see what happens there. Tesla, what's up with Tesla? Did we get the 252 pullback? No, it didn't even come to VWAP. It's already back to 256 though. Pretty strong on the day.
Yeah, Apple new all-time high. Good call, Gonzalez.
AMD just bounced off of that VWAP. That looks interesting for me now. If this one wants to go higher today, look for a VWAP
APLD
pullback on that.
curling coming up to its VWAP here on APLD. Interesting.
Lucid we rejected the 620s, back down to 9 cents.
A couple of you guys are calling out Works, WORX. Haven't looked at that yet today.
All right, looking for some more orders to come in here and start playing some names here. BJ's looks interesting for me for like kind of a little bit of a VWAP bounce play.
Matthew giving you his outlook here on APLD. Serious AI play. The CE issues will pass and the company should be above 30 by August. So there you go from Matthew.
I'll be right back.
All right, Costco pulling back to the VWAP.
Market
Let's see
strong.
if that goes higher. SPY overall. Energy doing well today too, but I'm not stressing about that, guys. I'm so deep in the green for energy that it can bounce back today. Consumer cyclical getting higher. Of course, resort and casino showing up there. Department stores, recreational vehicles, home improvement stores, Lowell's going higher. I got an alert on that. Even Grow Generations is getting a little bit of a lift today. That's when you see everything up in the industry, that gives me something. It tells me something, right? That tells me look at it, right? So there you guys are seeing, it seems like it's a risk off type of day. Google going higher for me. That's looking really good for me now. I'm just going to look for that to keep pushing. I'm at 121.74 with 50 shares. Do I want more shares? Yeah, probably. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just going to look for Google to keep going higher. Nice little VWAP bounce by today. I'll try to get it up there towards 123s, 124s. I think we could get up there at least towards this first resistance, 123.44s. Then the next level for me from there is 123.96. So that's what I'm looking at for targets right now in Google. Everything's lifting. I feel like we're getting that nice bullish day on a day where I thought everyone would come in a little bit bearish. Not that I'm saying you out there, but just my psychology on the market, right? That's why I tried to say I wouldn't lean too much, but yeah, we could see a nice little uplift. MVIS not looking too bad there. QuantumScape is one that I'm keeping an eye on. That's just went through 7. That looks interesting for a nice little recovery. So we are getting some recoveries around the market.
And IONQ at highs here. That might be going along with that quantum play.
I really like that QuantumScape there on pullbacks towards 7. So I'm going to look to see if I can get that on pullbacks to 7. I'll actually set a swing trade there already. Got some limits out there for fills on stocks. It's going to be more about if I get the fills or not.
IMBI, another penny play, moving back to VWAP here. Pre-market high of 30 cents, currently at 20 cents on IMBI.
Lucid still holding in here. It looks like it wants to keep going here. We'll look to see if it pushes. It never came back to that 604 mark, so I'm canceling those buys now. But it did look good there. We'll see if it continues. I think Zunaid's still in that one, but I'll find out about that. Cat out the hat. Yeah, the cat's out the hat, baby. Industrials going higher here. DE going higher. Honeywell, let me see that one. I want to maybe take a swing on that. It's already the 201 here. Maybe risk off the 198s. I'll look for some little pullback here in the Qs here, but man, we're driving higher.
IMBI, let's see if this breaks VWAP and goes for all you penny players.
Nice update today, guys, for all the negativity I'm sure that was coming into the markets on the weekend. Well, there you guys have it. We get back into the day and look at that. Nice little push up. All right, what are you guys taking a look at? What are some of these smaller names? Maybe we start pushing up.
All right, you've got Pan W that's crossing the 250. I had an alert set there, so I'm going to take a look at that. Still in the Lucid trade as well. Taking a look at the ES on the future side for this break of 4,400. See if we are able to get that.
So 72 is my level to watch on WTI. Sydney talking about my oil outlook too, and that's why I look at that. I keep an eye on WTI because my thought process was even before I got in this trade of shorting oil was that eventually oil would cut into close to lower 60s, if not 50s, and if that happens, yeah, I still want to be in oil trade. So I'm just looking to see if it goes back above 72s. If that happens, I'll take the gains and run. I heard some fireworks going off there, so something's happening.
Man, waiting for this Lucid to pop up 620 on the
Yeah, the Lucid looks good.
on the crude oil. I'm going to take a couple of contracts. This is not real money. It is a prop firm account, so just full transparency there. Looking to play with the oils there. Keeping an eye on the ES as well, if it can break the 4,400 to the upside or not. But still in this Lucid trade, waiting for the pop of 620s. And then you've also something else that I'm kind of waiting for is going to be if we can go ahead and get above this 428 on NVIDIA, I'd be interested in grabbing some calls, maybe even on the retest around this 425 or so. Yeah, Wisdom. Yeah, we talked about that move earlier, and that's another reason that we're in Lucid again, just for looking for a day trade above 620s if we can get it. Got a couple of options on there as well, but nothing too crazy that I've seen.
Hendrix.
And W.
All right, starting to see a little slowdown here. And of course, we're getting close to that 10 a.m. time. So just be careful out there if we start seeing a little pullback. I'm just looking to see this drive a little bit higher here on the Google so I can take the profits. Just letting that climb now, almost up a full point.
Rivian, by the way, once it broke that trend line, it just kind of retested and started to just bleed to the downside. Now it's looking to reclaim 14.
Sound's still looking really nice too. See if I can trade sound. Oh, I could.
Tesla looking to go red to green. Poked its head above. Currently barely green by about 9 cents. Come on, Lucid.
Checking out sound right now. I'm going to look for a pullback here towards like 85s and then a recovery on sound a little later in the day, just because of the 5-minute chart. Needed to make that third support for the rule of 3. And so that I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now for sound. This is the 5-minute chart, right? So you get an up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3. I could see a down 3 and then the takeoff. So what it is, it tells me look for a support test, look for a rip back towards 4. I don't mind waiting for that 390 test now towards VWAP and then catching the bounce. That's what I'm going to be looking for in sound. Of course, you guys choose your own levels. We'll see what happens today. Let's go to the Explore tab here and see the stock heat map. You can see a lot of green around. Apple leading the way here. NVIDIA now really getting a little bit of an uplift. Remember how I told you that NVIDIA was lagging a little bit? Now it made that little push there to 427s. We'll look to see if this can keep going. Of course, I'm in Google looking for that to keep pushing, looking for the bigger stocks to keep driving higher, right? Microsoft is one that I'd keep an eye out for. It was off the VWAP lagging, now up there towards 334, 335 50s. We'll look to see if that keeps going and can get in the green. I'm trying to get Google to get into the green and keep pushing up. Banks are doing really well. Oil doing well on the day. Visa, MasterCard, those doing pretty good on the day. Amazon going higher. So it looks overall pretty good day. NVIDIA and Snow. Oh, yeah, man. Nike What a rip on Nike. I've been looking for pullbacks on Nikes. I just can't get it. It won't pull back right now. Retail's higher. Yes, I agree, AKS. All good names you're mentioning there. All right, we'll look to see if I get that sound pull back, but it's starting to get Google and maybe to pull back a little bit here. So keeping an eye on it. Just want to stay with the 9 EMA on Google. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stay with the 9 EMA. All right.
Come on. All right, so Lucid went ahead and popped slightly above the 620 for a couple of pennies and came right back down. I do like the way it's shaping up, but we're going to need a nice little push here with much more volume. Obviously, the 15-minute just started a couple of minutes ago, but there you go. You got a nice little pop there. We are about 14 cents in the money. I'm going to hold off to, let's see, let's find some levels to go ahead and sell because I was initially waiting for a 650, but if I got to get out sooner than I can. So here it is, right? You had the 620 that we needed to get past. We currently are, but we would like to close above this. I'd say
Setting a
635
stop for
or
me
so
on Google
is where I'd look to get
122.40s.
out.
Lucid. Got that dragon at least. Got going. Never pulled back for me. I always look for pullbacks, so it's hard for me to join up at the top there.
IMBI for you penny players here. If this can break 19 here, maybe it can push back up to the VWAP and then go above. So IMBI setting up here for a potential trade.
Out Google for the profits, took the profits and ran. It pulled back there. I'm just buying by the rules there on the prop. Took the profits there on Google pullback here. I'll show you guys the chart. At least Google pulling back there. Cut the 40s. I'll take the gains there off the 9 EMA break for the momentum pullback. It could come all the way back towards my entry. So we'll look for that pullback here in the market. Let's see if I get some pullback on names like Nike and things in the market to pull back. But you can see here from the advance and decliner distribution, you see how this green bar is so big? Just shows you how much is partaking in this rally. And look at the red bar comparison of stocks that are from 0 to 3% down compared to stocks that are 0 to 3% up. More than double. So we could get some pullbacks here. I'm going to look for some deeper pullbacks on the Qs. If I can get some deeper pullbacks on the Qs back to VWAP, that's when I'll look to rejoin the party to the upside.
CMMB popping to the highs here, no position.
All right, let's keep looking around, team. All we can do.
Yep, things have kind of slowed down for me at least on my end. Crow saying that Meds is curling. Let's check in on Meds.
Sound looking like it wants to continue. It might not even come back to that VWAP. Sound looks interesting, man.
Meds curling. This could actually get back to its VWAP. CMMB at the highs. Wow, nice little volume pop here.
Come on.
Nice little setup here for Soundhound to continue going above the 4s.
IMBI through 19 here. Let's see if this can get going. IMBI.
Let's see here.
IMBI looking like it's trying to go through 20 here. There it goes. Up to 21. Let's see if we can break VWAP on IMBI. Long a little here at 20 on that break back up. Would have liked to have got it at 19, frankly, but just a tad slow. Let's see if we can get above VWAP. That's what we really need.
Trying to get some pullback and sound to get in it.
IMBI through 21 now. Great job there. Let's see if we keep pushing. There we go. IMBI, let's go.
There you go.
See if we can get through 22 here. I'm believe me, Mitch, I'm shocked that I'm green on a penny play. Normally not the case here. see if we can get through 22.
It's the battle, baby. Let's keep it going, team. Let's stay focused.
Pulling back now. There we go. Right back up to VWAP. This is what I don't like about penny plays. It's all over the place. See if they can push it higher here.
CCL rejecting. RCL went pretty high on that first bounce here. So I'm looking at maybe shorting that. They got to find a better level here. It's rejecting right now off the 97.60. I'm going to look for 97.60s here, and then I could risk off like 98s there for RCL, but it needs to get back up through that 97.60 for me to short it.
New highs on Lucid. That one's chugging along. Lovely trade from the 610s.
Brought in a bid on IMBI. See if we can pop above 22 here and close this puppy.
Got the order out on the prop for 97.60s on RCL. If it can come back, I'll take the fill. Seeing that pullback on RCL looks interesting for me. On sound, I'm going to look for a 390 pullback also. I'll let you know if I do get a little pullback on there. RCL already turning the 97s here, so might have missed it. I really like that turnaround from 98, but I'm trying to get as close as possible for the fills.
IMBI at 22 and through here. There we go on IMBI. Let's go. I'm going to close this here and not test my luck with a penny play. Another $75.
Good
Nice
job,
trade,
my
dude.
friend.
Whew.
Take a breath. NCLH right back to the VWAP. That's why I like RCL so much here. But to tell you the truth, I'm not going to chase it. That's the problem here. It's already on 3 bars on the 1 minute. I need a bounce. Crocs up today with Nike up today. That doesn't seem too bad play to look at. Now it's starting to pull back. Finally, Nike
Market turning over here. Ron, good to see you. Happy Monday. Ron calling out rig here. So Ron looks like Ron's trading energy.
On my short, so here, let me are you in that trade?
No, I'm not in a trade right now. Here's it. There you
I
go.
appreciate it. On the what was I just trading? On the oil, I got stopped out, but on the ES short, we're looking good. Now the question is, do I wait for this limit order to be hit at the 43.9250s, or do I just close out here? How much of a loss did I take on this one today? It doesn't show me how much of a loss I've already down today. We'll just stick to our game plan and see if it wants to come back and test VWAP. Might regret it. But what I am going to do is, we'll just leave it be. Let's see what the SPY's doing. Yep, SPY tested VWAP, got a little bit of a bounce. Q still nice and strong. Slightly stronger than the SPY.
AMD holding in very well.
Crow saying meds. Crow, good call here on meds. Meds does look like this is curling. I've got profits today, so we'll try a little here, Crow.
It sounds like a nice pullback.
Need a push up to that VWAP here. break beneath 16, and I'd look to take it. Here we go on meds. I took this small, by the way, Crow. See if meds pushes up to that VWAP. Here we go. Let's go meds.
All right, I'm gonna go to. Oh, damn it! It just bumped up. Never mind. It just bumped up.
Meds feeling a little heavy here, Crow. Took meds off. Not a whole lot there. Let's get rich, Ryan. I don't know. I took mine. I took mine off on that. It's all over the place. It dipped below 16 there. Took it off, but it is looking good here. K-Chat, what does a curl mean? Let's talk about that. We talk about that all the time. A lot of people are familiar with a curl, but let's talk about it real quick. A curl, when you see a stock whose price kind of comes in, like meds is a really good example of a curl. We pushed higher here. We set some resistance levels, and then it kind of came back in, right? It had weakness all from the open. But eventually that weakness abates, and it gets down to about 15 here, and it curls off of the bottom. Right. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the price trying to curl off of some type of resistance point, whether it be a key level, moving average, whatever the case is. And that's what you're kind of seeing here in meds. Came down to what, 14? What's the low print here? 1450-ish. And it kind of curled off that. Now it looks like it's trying to go higher here. Meds is going higher here. I definitely took it off a little too early. But this is what we mean by a curl. The price starts to kind of curl off the bottom back up towards the highs. Meds going for 17. That trade would have worked. I got a little shaken from that.
Shake it, bacon.
You know what, though? It's okay. I made a number of... I was 3 for 3 here today. Took a little bit of... took that off here. It was... and actually, that became an $8 loss. Went right below my price. But that's about flat. I'm not going to cry over an $8 loss. If this ends up going to 100, I mean, look at this. Above 17, I'm 100. I'm using hyperbole intentionally there. It's not going to 100. But meds up here. Crow, this was a great spot. You did a better job trading this than I did. Hopefully the rest of you don't blow that $80. Sydney, it's up closer to 200 now. We're not going to blow it in one spot. Come on now.
All right, Sound coming back here, and will Sound make the 4 break now? It did that 390 pullback. I didn't get in on there because the market was pulling back a little bit too quickly there, but now we're right back towards that 4 break. Will we get it now? Looks interesting now, definitely for the rule of 3. It has it. I'm going to go for a little bit of a shot here. Just got to stay really close.
Meds pulling back here from the highs. By the way, IMBI, good call here, Jay. Was this Jay Wild? Who was IMBI went higher? That was Becca. Jay Wild, IMBI pushing 30 here. So that was a pretty good trade. I wanted to get out of this early because I've really struggled trading penny stocks, and it's not something that I normally do, but we were able to book some gains here. IMBI for you penny players going higher here. This was a really good move. We caught that one. Yeah, Raz, I traded MLTX earlier today. That was my first trade out of the gate on MLTX. IMBI, right. This is still going here. Just a nice move here. Great job for whoever pulled it. There's 30.
Limits out on the prop here for the Sound. I'm looking for the pullback here, Phil, at 95s to 93s, and then I'm looking for the 4 break. We'll see if we get it.
Yeah, I was watching for that 4 break earlier. I traded Sound too on that pop back up there, but let's see if we actually break above on Sound.
I'm just trying to get filled on any pullback here and then take part.
There's 4 on Sound.
I might not get it. There's 4 already. Looks interesting for a nice little 20 pop after this. I wouldn't expect the biggest.
There it goes. 402 is going to be your high here. A little bit more size.
Still looking for pullback entries here. Biggest thing for me is that if I want to get up here at 4, I got to get more like 1,000 shares versus 500 at 95s. Not getting much though.
SOUN.
Not getting pullback fills today. I'd have to jump up there.
There it goes. SOUN through that high. New highs here on SOUN.
Bad execution on my part. I saw the rule of 3 there, just never played it. Saw the move, just didn't play it, man.
Well, at least you didn't get shaken out like I did on Meds. That trade ended up working.
It's a little frustrating there.
Back
Awesome
down
move,
here around
not taking it.
1650.
Is what it is. Yeah, I could see it going to like 420s. That was the level that I was looking for. There's a big order at 410s. Here's your first wall that you got to get through. There you go. You're through it. Now you're 412s. You're back to the 410s. You want to hold on 410s on pullback. Hold 410s on pullback and then look for the next ride to 420s. That's your next wall. That's where I could see it going to, and I'd take profits right before that myself.
Let's see how much that NVIDIA was for.
Look at that trade, man. That should have been a nice trade for me.
Yeah, SOUN, dude. That was great.
That just...
Mitch, I'm not trying to laugh at you, but when you crack a good joke like that, I have no chance.
That's a frustrating one, man. The rule of 3 called it to a key there. It said, pull back one more time. Look for the ride. I didn't listen to my own rule.
Listen to this. Our show's breaking down barriers. Community focused, trying to lift the tide to everybody, and crow. The tuna helps the crow. The fish helping the bird. Let's go, folks. Let's go. Meds going now. Above 17. Oh, man, Meds. That sucks. I got shaken out of that, crow. That sucks.
Shaken.
That'd have been a really, really good day, actually.
All right. You got up there on sound to 415. Looks like the high right now. Oh, that one's a little frustrating one. Just gotta let it go. Let it go, let it go.
There will be more opportunities tomorrow and probably later today, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good outlook, just bad execution.
Mitch, did you watch any of the London series at all by chance over the weekend?
No, I did not.
Cubs took 2 or 3 from the Cards.
Yeah, I was actually playing, so it wasn't too bad. It's not my favorite teams, at least.
Yeah, I got you.
Thought they could have picked better teams to go, personally, but
Mitch. Well, the Cardinals were supposed to be really good this year. They're really underperforming, and the Cubs are a rivalry of that.
Yeah, just like a really bad division. Let's just say that much.
Well, at least it's not the AL Central.
Yeah, 2 of the worst, the Centrals.
No.
What's up with the Central teams and not being good, man?
Becca, no need to rub it in. That's right. I forgot you were a Cardinals fan. I'm sorry about that.
All right, there's some pullback here. AMD looking interesting on the pullback here. As we're pulling back here to the 50s here, I like this little pullback. I'm going to start trying to get in it, but very slowly. All right, just grabbed a little bit there at 30s. So already back to 47. It felt like to me like a little bit extended there. So I grabbed like 50 shares of AMD there. All right, so in at 111.33s there on AMD on that little pullback right below that support of 111.41s. Now we're looking good here. I wanted to keep testing here and complete the candle to get back above VWAP. If not, it could go lower towards that 110. And I need to give myself the ability to add down there close to that 110 here. Or 111, my bad, on 110. Let's see if it comes back through that level. Then I can add a little bit more. But I want to add it slowly here. It's right back towards 33s, and it held right to the kisser.
Mitch, I know you're disappointed about that SOUN, but John here from the chat saying, thanks for the SOUN call. Got in at 391 based on Mitch's call. So, Mitch, I know you're frustrated with yourself, but the reality is it looks like you helped one of our chat members end up making some money. So take that to the bank with you.
Yeah, the truth is I'm not here for myself either, right, guys? And the truth is like always, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your own analysis. It's not about copycat, but if you're able to see the levels that I'm talking about and you're able to nail that trade, hey, That makes me more than happy. Way to do it, John.
I'm gonna go ahead and close out of my MES short. I am gonna go ahead and just keep one contract on. Oh man, I messed that up. Hang on, I'll show you all the levels that I'm gonna keep. Give me a second.
No worries. I'm
Stop loss
watching
is going to be the
AMD
high
here.
there. Stop loss for me is going to be the high. And I'm just going to see if we can kind of leave one runner, if quote unquote, for the 4381 fill. So we had about 6 contracts. We closed out of quote unquote 5 of them and just are going to keep one remaining on that one there.
Nice little pullback entry here on AMD. See if that can go higher. I'm not going to add to this. I'm just going to look for another position to see if I can get into it.
Something also kind of, so by the way, the reason I took that short, I don't think I went over that. It's just this trend line. So you had 3, that's the third touch. So the first touch was here, then the second here, and this is the third one that I was, hoping for that reject, which we did get, and we cashed out on it. You've also got NVIDIA around VWAP. Where is it? And you had those call options come in. You had the 440s come in that are expiring this week, approximately $500,000 worth. Nothing too crazy, but I am going to go to take a shot at NVIDIA here. Just stop loss will be a break of 425's lows, or the break of 425 to the downside.
Potential play here on IONQ, which we talked about earlier. I know it's run up here today. Let me put it on the screen. 1055, your day high, 1067, the high from Friday's session. So if we back out here, 1067, the high. So I think if it breaks 1055, maybe we go here on IONQ. I have no position yet, but I'm watching it.
Like Lowell's here on the pullback. I got to take it really slow here, maybe risk about a full point, but I'm going to go at it a little bit slower here, but starting to try to get some lulls on pullback. Try to get 75, 77 if I can get it on the pullback. Actually, what's low right now? The low on lows? Haha. Yeah, can I get a 75, Phil? That'd be perfect.
I'm still watching IONQ, by the way.
We're out to get 25 at on Lowe's for the prop. I like Home Depot and Lowe's today. I already got Home Depot for the swing account, but I'm going to maybe go for Lowe's in the day trade. AMD trying to build here at the 1150s after getting above VWAP. That looks interesting for me here to maybe do the ad, but I'm looking for other positions, so I'm just going to stick with the one position ad there that I got on AMD. Now I'd look for a drive higher on AMD. Now that it's back above VWAP, it's been there 1, 2, 3 times. Now I'd look for that drive towards 112. And look what you're getting in AMD right now. So you see here, you get below VWAP 1, 2, and 3 times. I really want to see a big bar go to 112. Show me that you want to take out the trend line. Trend line is right over here. So I'm looking for this kind of move where you come and you take out 112. You take out 112. This looks nice for higher.
IONQ working on 1050 here. Remember, 1055 is your high on IONQ.
All right, there is NVIDIA. We got a point here. I'm going to go ahead and sell half my size as we got a dollar move off of VWAP. Still holding on to see if we get a crack above. But if we do crack 425 to the downside, I will go and get out. And by the way, we will have the 3rd episode of the Trader Bacon Show. I actually got an email from somebody. I can't, I don't have permission to say their name, but they went ahead and showed me a screenshot of them passing the eval phase, and now they're a funded trader. So that just made my morning when I checked my emails today. And so that was awesome to see. And they also have a great sale going on that we'll talk about later on at the Trader Bacon Show. So make sure you guys stick around and join us for that at 11 o'clock. right here. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to click anything. But the sale
Mhm.
for them is going to be 90% off. So, yeah, it's going to be real nice.
All right, sounds great. And that's coming up right after this, guys. Stick around. That's at 11 a.m. We're at 10:27. We still got about 30 minutes here. We'll see if we're able to get some more trade action in. All right, looking at Lowell's, trying to get filled here, but not getting filled. And so I'm just canceling that order right now, just looking to maybe jump in on the market.
IONQ through 1050. Let's see if 1055 falls. Smoke Tuna saying the MACD and the RSI not ready. There it goes through 1055. Here we go on IONQ. Let's see if we can go higher here on IONQ. Didn't get that pop, so Smoke Tuna, maybe you're right there. We didn't get a huge move away. 1067 was that high from yesterday, or excuse me, from Friday's session. That's the one I really want to see broken down here.
All right, so I got a little starter there on Lowell's, and I still got AMD.
All right, we're almost. Come on, keep going. Keep going, NVIDIA. Keep going.
All right, now I want to start seeing this recover VWAP. If it recovers VWAP, I'm looking to maybe add on AMD.
There we go, baby. Let's go. We've got 50 shares remaining. You've got a different stock up. You want to put it up?
Yeah, no, I'm still watching IONQ here because I'm following the chat because it looks like the chat's trading SOUN, which I know is moving here. Let's take a look at SOUN here.
Walter, are you a ticks guy or are you a minutes guy?
Oh my God, SOUN, huge move.
Wow. Look at that 4 break and then just go.
We'll be back after these messages.
Mitch, you helped other people make money today, man. You helped people make money today.
Oh, man, it's how it goes sometimes, team. It's how it goes sometimes, right?
Were you like waiting for an entry? Like were you waiting for a pullback or what?
Yeah.
I just don't even want to talk about it, bro. Just don't even want to talk about it, bro.
Fair enough. We've all been there. We have all been there.
It's one of those where you call it to a T and you just don't take it.
And that happens to me all the time. That happens to me all the time. The other thing is that when you're looking at a lot of stocks making moves, that's inevitably going to happen. So, just try and focus on the actual execution and get right back to it. There will be another move that you'll be able to take advantage of.
Trying to add the AMD at 111.50s here. It's starting to already come up to the move, but I'll look for some pullback fill here. Lowell's, I'm also adding. I have like orders out to add on pullbacks. We'll look to see if it starts to take off. AMD, I'm looking for a 112 breakout there. We'll see what happens.
I understand, Walter. I got you. Thank you, pal.
Can the Qs make a move here towards VWAP or just move and hold 364? Yeah, that's what I'm going to look for. A hold of 364 and a higher move here. Looks good there.
By the way, IONQ, so that did move here. So all I had to do was take it off the screen, folks, and we went right through that 1060 there. So IONQ, next spot here, 1067. I have no position in this, but 1067 break, this likely goes higher. We're currently at 1065 here.
Getting that pullback here for AMD, probably going to get filled on this pullback. Let's see if I do get it. Fill me on the pullback.
Yeah, Jay, I'm not sure what to make of that. Jay pointing out an interesting Bitcoin relation. Now, Bitcoin recently did trade above that 30,000 handle. But what Jay's saying here is that many of the Bitcoin names like Coin, Mara, and Riot, these are green today, despite Bitcoin being down 1.7%. Bitcoin futures down 530 points here, but not stopping Coin or some of the other Bitcoin names here. I'm not sure what to make of this. Mara higher 2, Mara only higher by about 1.5%. Let's check in on Riot. Coin up 5%. Riot up 2.75% here. So definitely seeing some divergence here, Jay. I haven't traded this. I obviously still hold all of the Bitcoin that I've talked about before. I haven't sold any Bitcoin in any of my accounts, but not trading it either. And I'm wondering what that divergence means and if there's a trade here for us.
Quick pullback here. Might get stopped out in the AMD position. Is right back towards 111. Going to hold it towards 110.98, but I do have a stop there.
Ooh,
Mara short interest here per Dave. Well, Dave's saying Mara has huge short interest. 25.67% of Mara's float is shorted, and it would take 1.3 days to cover that all up based on its average volume.
Oh, what just happened?
Frustrating. Yeah, we got a super downturn there. It's coming back there and just hitting some positions there for sure. Got stopped out in AMD. A little frustrating, especially since I should have nailed that sound hound. But definitely now into the red on a day where I should be.
Manufacturing business index
green.
just came out, but that doesn't, I don't know that sent it down.
A little frustrating day for me for sure,
Yeah,
guys.
I thought
Should be
like
deep
2 minutes
green.
ago.
It's just frustrating there. See what happens now. So no fills there on the lows pullback, but that one's a little bit of a frustrating day. Hot plays today just didn't play well.
Michelle saying Bitcoin mining hash rate is up. Miners are making money again. You know what's funny about this, Michelle, is I haven't mined in a couple of months. Maybe I should get my miner turned back on.
Just because like the profitability wasn't there, or
to be honest with you, it was a number of factors. I was using my computer, my main computer more, and I don't let it run when I'm not at home. And so like during all the travel, I wouldn't have let it run. I've just been using it more. And the other thing is during the summer months, running 2 computers in my office ends up heating the office up. So, and my AC just cranks, and I didn't want it to do that. I actually just haven't been running it.
gotcha.
But I need to get back into it.
All right, definitely got that huge pullback. We'll see what happens in the market and to see if it can bounce there. But that was a little frustrating one.
BNTC back to the highs here. This has been a Crow special all morning. Maybe it takes this high off. I think it has. We had a FDA clearance news. Yep. Do I roll the dice and try trading another penny stock here?
No, keep the gains.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too, Zunaid.
Keep the gains.
And maybe I could try this in the Moomoo account.
All right, team. We'll see what happens. It's 10:35. Like always, you guys can check out Moomoo if you guys are looking for a new brokerage that has plenty of different features for you guys to use. Their analytics definitely pretty insane. And also, if you guys want to get maybe a free share of Tesla and Google, you can get up to 15 stocks, cash rewards, and a free share if you deposit up to 5,000. Hit that QR code. You guys see it on the screen. Check out Moomoo.
I gotta say, the biggest takeaway for me from Moomoo since we started this, great fills, just really great execution on anything that I've tried to trade, and that means contracts, that means stock, penny stocks, regular stock, just great fills, great order execution across Moomoo. And I really like the tools that are free to you that are built in, especially on the mobile app. I think it's very, very easy to use and informative mobile app. Really, really happy with this startup brokerage. Sometimes, you know, some of us older folk that are locked into a brokerage, we try new ones and it's just, you know, it's different and it doesn't feel the same. Moomoo, really, really a great brokerage. I haven't moved my main one over. I'm likely going to keep 2 brokerages as opposed to just consolidating into one. But really, really impressed with the tools and the execution in that platform so far. BNTC going higher here. Crow, you are just... Crow's having a day, folks. Crow is having a day.
At least somebody is. All right, we'll see what else is going on in the market. I'm trying to add the lows. I have now 20 shares, 2016, 65, but slowly going into this one and trying to time the market right back to the upside. But we'll see if we get that pullback and then a big break right back to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. But of course, we never know if we're just going to get this downturn. Google right back down there towards 121.50s. Will this bounce back or will it wipe out today? Just be careful out there, team. Now things are right back below VWAP and looking pretty weak.
You've got a, oh, why is my, come on, go down. There we go. And my computer started freaking out. Okay, you've got the MES to the downside on the futures as it's well below VWAP. And then you've also got crude oil that's below VWAP and a bit weak here as well. Lucid staying strong, so that's interesting to see. I'm still in my share size. I might just honestly put a stop loss at break even because it's not making a move that I had wanted. Where is it? There it is.
All right. Looking through the chat here. Wisdom saying, Ryan made me a homemade cooler for my miners using a freeze drying machine, working like a charm, an RF22 vapor barrier in the room. It's a ball game changer. Seems a little bit complicated for me. BNTC up to 49 here, your high print. Wow. But anyway, this is you're hardcore. $53. Oh my God, BNTC. Crow, my man. For all you penny players out there, we've been getting a lot of penny stocks that have really been putting in some crazy moves. IMBI earlier today, BNTC today. This is just today. I feel like we had a number of them that I didn't even trade last week. You guys, we're having so much action here. You guys are calling them so well. You're getting me into trading them. How about that? Man, oh man. Smash up the likes for our community here. You guys should smash up the likes for yourselves. By liking this stream, you are supporting all of the work that you folks do. I absolutely love seeing it.
Ah, man. I don't have a trades on SoundHound and I can't get it into prop, but CXAI, I mean, I like it for maybe like a swing off of this 1039 that it just got 30,000 shares filled down there. Of course, if SoundHound and AI keep ripping, right? We'll see if those can push right back up. AI back to 34 has made multiple bottoms here. See if it's able to hold that 34. Does it cut right back down? Market still pulling back here.
Yeah, I wish I still had all 6 of my shares. What the? Oh, cool. Wow, yeah. Especially when you just had the MES, that one contract that we had all the way on the bottom at the 4381s, that just went ahead and got filled. So, again, for if you're just joining us, that was on the prop firm account, so not real money, but we're looking to get funded. So that went ahead and took care of business there. We're still short the crude oil 4 contracts. Haven't quite hit the limit on that one, but nonetheless, it's looking nice and pretty.
Yeah, so Smoke Tuna saying MLTX setting up to go here. I think I agree, right? I think I agree. I mean, here, let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in. Yeah, see, because we're really just kind of getting this sideways trading. The longer it goes like this, the higher the chance of a pop in one of the directions. So this definitely, I have no position now, not saying buy it now, but keep this on watch for the rest of today. This might not be done. There might be another tradable move. And we've seen a lot of these stocks run after our show finishes here. Just keep this one on your radar, folks. Really what I would like to see here as like mile markers to see if this trade is working. Do we take out some of these top wick candles? First one here, 42.35. Second one, 42.93. So a move back above 43. This could get wild again. Just be careful with this one. Big spread in this one. Be careful.
Thinking about playing the upside here for the TQQQ.
Yeah, and you've got Lucid coming back down to break even. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this trade out with a $2 gain when we were up about $100. It is what it is. We couldn't quite get the fill that we wanted around the 635s, but that's quite okay. And here's NVIDIA breaking the 420, boys. This is what we have been waiting for. And this could be a painful trade if this goes wrong for me, because I really wanted to go heavy on this one. Let's see.
NVIDIA.
Where is my NVIDIA? NVDA 230630 puts.
Choose all the way right back down in one 15-minute candle here today. Let's see if it bounces here. I don't know why I feel like taking a shot on the TQQQ here, but gotta be real quick if I do it.
You got NVIDIA and snow at the lows right now. You got the market coming up, trying to bounce. We'll see if it ends up doing it.
All right, I'll take it, but I have to be real quick. I just took it there, guys. Just got to be real smart about this, but taking the TQQQ off 38.86.
Went ahead and grabbed the lotto here. $400 puts expiring this week on NVIDIA. Just grabbed 2. Paid about $1.50.
Big pull on BNTC. Don't be afraid to take your gains if you have them, folks. Do not be afraid to take your gains. Let me pull up BNTC. We talked a lot about that. We got a move. Crow was on it. You had all the time in the world to buy this thing when it was near the VWAP at 37. Went as high as 53. Big pullback. We'll see where this settles next to the VWAP.
Yeah, and Motuko? Sorry if I butchered that for you. But yeah, I went ahead and touched the pre-market lows on NVIDIA, and we'll see how it behaves. I mean, I expect a bounce to the 422s, you know, and then when it gets to the 422s, maybe I'll take a crack at it again. But let's see how it all plays out.
All right, I took the TQQQs there off the 38.86. Of course, I'm playing reversal, but you never know what can happen here if we do get a little bit of a wipeout look. Lols, I'm trying to add, man. Just Lols never added for me down there towards 26, 25s. Should have just been adding down towards the lows there. Still got 26.65 as my entry for that. I'm going to cancel the ads for right now just so I could focus on what I have. TQQQ starting to move up here towards 95s. Let's see if this could rip there towards 39.25s first, then 39.50s is the next stop. But I won't even take profits there at 39.25. I'm looking for that 39.50 move right back towards the upside. So big wick on the 5-minute there. Do we go back to that wick or do we come back towards VWAP? That's what I'm looking at. Qs went down all the way down there to the support. Dow bounce. Will this come right back towards the wick or will it come right back up? That's where it gets difficult. Of course, we did see stocks like NVIDIA wipe out to the downside there, so that doesn't make me feel too positive. But we'll see if stocks like Tesla can recover. Apple, I'm looking at the bigger boys here to see if they can hold on. Microsoft went down fast there. So did Google. Will it recover here around the 121.50s?
Come on, baby. To the downside. Come on.
All right, overall, I'm down about $20 here, so I just got to be smart. Try to get back into the green and then battle. All right, nice little move there. Starting off here, back above the 39s here for the TQQQ.
BNTC bouncing off the VWAP.
All right. See what happens there, guys. Smash the like, guys. You guys have been enjoying the action today. We see over 400 of you guys. I think over 500 of you guys at one point. So smash the like out there. Let's see if we can get 200 likes. Do you guys enjoy us doing live trading in front of you guys? and not charging a single cent.
Really good stuff here today, folks.
OKC, I don't know who you're talking to, but at least
Yeah, me
mention their
either.
name if you think they don't have an edge. They'll let you know what edge they see.
Wait, what? Where's the
I don't know.
pure
OKC
gambling? What
said
edge do you have? Are you talking about my lotto trade, buddy?
which edge?
Yeah, which
stock?
trade are you even referring to?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta at
Why are
least
you
know
trying
the
to hurt my
stock.
feelings, OKC? Come on, man. What I do to you?
No worries. It happens all the time to me, brother.
No, I'm just assuming they're talking to me. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
All right. Just to put myself back into the green because it's that type of day here, I'm going to go ahead and pay myself there. I paid myself 200 shares of the TQQQ trade. So that what does that do? It just puts me back into the green on the day. So now whatever happens, I'll keep that last little 100 shares to see if it goes back up there to 39.50s. But not going to make a huge gain on the day, but still keeping in the green, right? That's what I'm trying to hope. That's what I'm trying to keep pushing into, right? Projected balance is more important than, let's just say, being green on one day.
Nah, you're fine, OKC. We just didn't know what trade you were referring to. The last trade that we called that, I think, was mine. So I assume that's
look at that sound hound.
He's saying all of them.
Oh, you're saying all of them? Oh,
Yeah,
that's hurtful.
Well, I mean, then he doesn't know trading.
Literally calling VWAP support and resistance breaks the entire time.
I mean, hey, guys, not everybody's going to know trading. It's okay.
SOUN still strong here.
It's okay, OKC. You can hate. There's going to be plenty of haters. That means
Where's
I'm doing
Noel
something
been?
right.
His EOSE almost at 4 here. This thing has been cranking.
In all seriousness, OKC, welcome to the show. If you've got trades you like, feel free to call them out, pal. Happy to have you as a viewer.
Yeah.
Now this thing's almost a double from the end of May on EOSE.
It's okay, OKC.
Still chugging along.
When you look in the mirror, you'll know you'll be a hater. All right, we'll see if we can keep it going here, team. We're looking pretty decent on the day here. Just battling back, lulls into the green now. We'll look for that to kind of push over the 217 mark. That's looking pretty decent. Want to get that back towards the VWAP and then start seeing that drive.
I'm sorry. This is funny. So OKC, right? We were talking about him. By the way, I'm being serious. Like, you're welcome to hang out with us. Then you have this comment. I didn't get what they meant until I looked at what was happening because they both have like blue backgrounds, or I guess not blue. One's black, but like if you look at StreamYard, they have like a blue sky there. So I was like, what is just happening? Nah, we don't need no proof, buddy. Hope you're profitable with your trades, OKC. Hope you make money to pay the bills.
Thumbs up, man. You do you.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look. So 420 here. Let's go back to NVIDIA here. The reason that we've been waiting for the 420 break. If we go back and look left, you've had support. Let me go ahead and move this down here. So you've had support so many times, right? You got once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Even in the pre-market, it tested it, but it had a low, which is where we found support again intraday as well. And it's kind of bouncing from that. You did have options come in on the 440 calls. Those are obviously not looking pretty whatsoever. We did not grab those as we were waiting for a break of this 430s to grab them. We never got the break, so we're good there. And we are short on the lottos that I had mentioned at the 150 mark. Might grab some more. But nonetheless, it is going to be a riskier trade, hence the reason that we call it a lotto.
All right, guys, just setting a stop here for my TQQQ. It already made it back to VWAP. I could take the profits and run here, but I'm looking for a little bit more towards the 39.50s, 39.45 area, and then I'll take it all out.
Sounds good. Okay, so we'll here for another 9 minutes, and then we'll be back here again tomorrow. So if you can't find something today, feel free to let us know.
All right, setting a stop on break even for the rest of the TQQQ trade. So no matter what, I won't lose on this position. Now into the green, and we'll just let it work.
You're talking about last week's Trader Bacon show, I believe. Let me see if I can find it in my emails what his Twitter account is, pal. Give me 1 second.
All right.
It's not a dumb question at all.
Nah, not a dumb one at all, man. See this move.
Holy smokes,
Where
this
we come
email chain
from.
has 40 emails. Okay.
Trying to take a look at the daily outlook here on Lowell's, see how far I can hold this on the day. It looks pretty nice here off the 215s.
Let's see. I sent it to Enver for the
MB.
Twitter.
All right. TQQ's back above VWAP here. We'll see if it fades off the VWAP, but it's climbing. Could take all the gains and just run here. It's going to stay with the TQQs for the last trade of the day and just keep the Lowell's one to work. Want this to hold the 9 EMA, pullbacks towards 39.12s here. Don't want to see that break. Let's say 39.07.
Okay, see, we do have a Discord, but I'll be honest, I don't think any of us are active in there because this is what we do as just a small part of what we do for Benzinga. We have a lot of other responsibilities outside of this one, pal. But you've got our Twitter accounts right there, right? So feel free to reach out to any one of us, man, if you wanted to talk shop. Well, okay, like I said, we'll be here tomorrow again, so feel free to drop by. And there is NVIDIA could not stay above the 420.
All right, we'll look to see if we get this right back up in the TQQs. I set a stop there, protective stop for some profits. We'll see what happens on that one. Just trying to let that continue to work and still have lows. We'll see if that can continue working. Man, what a move in Soundhound today. Up there towards a high of 459. What a miss on that one. All right, so in swing trade land, definitely getting hit back down on the BJ. I want it to break 62 today. If not, I'm just going to get out. How's Adobe doing on the day? It's just break even for me. QS down about $1. Home Depot up a little bit. I got into those. Those are new trades on the swings. All right, looking for the next move up here on the TQQQs. Now it's pulled back to the 9 EMA. I'm going to look for that to hold on and take the next levels up. Of course, you guys see the 9 EMA right here. This is the light blue line for me. It's pulled back. It cut below it. Now I look for the recovery, and anything below this 39.10s, I could essentially just take it out. So I'm going to cancel my stop there, protective, and I can get out below 39.10s, but looking for that next run above 39.30s. Towards like the 40s, and then I'll take the profits and run there. TQQQ. I'm just laughing out loud, bro, with lols.
I laugh every time you do that too, by the way. It does sound like you're saying Lowell with an L, and there is no L.
Let's see. Why can't I?
We'll see what happens. I went to it this weekend. I'll tell you that much. Spent some money. Maybe that's why I want to buy it so much.
What'd you buy?
Just some, classic kind of weed killer, some ant killer. You know, I take care of the house, right? I don't pay people to do that.
And better than me.
Cutting the grass sometimes gets a little much here in the summertime, but hey. All right, let's see if we can get this to go higher through that 39.30s, or does it want to come right back down? Of course, if it does come down, that will show me that the Qs could come right back down and break down here. So let's say like a stock like NVIDIA, you're seeing it hang out on the bottom end of the range. This shows weakness. not a move there towards the VWAP, right? Like AMD also not coming back there to VWAP doesn't really show me strength. Of course, if they just pop right back, that could be that move to back towards the upside here. We'll see what happens on the Qs if it holds also the 9 EMA.
Mr. Hernandez, if you are still here, there is the Twitter account. Took way too long to find it, but I found it.
Smoke Tuna asking me, Ryan, what do you think of Meds? Meds worth watching for the rest of the day here, at least, because we're kind of consolidating here. If we get a volume pop and you move through some of the key levels, you might have an outline for a new trade there. I have no position in this. I'm not buying it, but this could go later on today.
All right, looking at the TQQQs, they're doing that attempt to cut down here. I'm about to cut it if it does come down below this 39.05.
Jesse, stay around, stick around for 3 minutes, and then we will have the Trader Bacon show going. Matter of fact, I'm going to hop off of this stream, get that stream ready to go. They've got a great discount, 90% off, and then you get 80% off of the renewals. So I would 100% stick around at least for that promo code. And you also get a chance to win a couple of eval accounts as well. We're going to go ahead and give away 3 of them, but I'm going to hop out of here. I will see y'all later. Ryan, Mitch, always a pleasure, gentlemen. See y'all tomorrow.
Don't go anywhere, guys. You guys can be winning some eval accounts. You might want to stick around for that show. That's the Trader Bacon. It's coming up next, and we're wrapping up here. It's 10:58. But I give it one more minute, but wrap up pretty much for the day. Ryan killing it today. Got to give it to my man. Nice little couple scalps out the open.
Yes, sir.
And being able to also know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and calling it a day, right? And taking that money and running.
Yeah,
So,
at least for right now. If something else appears throughout the course of the day, of course, I'll go ahead and tweet it if it's in the small account. Just kind of looking around here. DSS, another penny play that's going. I'd watch Meds and MLTX for potential moves later today, and I'm also going to be watching the market to see where we finish, obviously. But we'll be back at this tomorrow, Mitch. Thanks for everything this morning. Take care of yourself, my dude.
like always, guys, we'll see you guys next time, and stick around. Like always, we got up next, you got some Trader Bacon. I'll see you guys later. Of course, check out the moo. You guys see it on the hat there. I'm going to throw up the link one last time here. And of course, stay tuned for something special in July. I won't let you guys know until I can, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm working on something for you guys out there. Smash the like if you guys enjoyed everything on today's show. We had a great show like always. We'll see you next time, and hit the like on the way out. Let's keep it going, team, right here on Live Trading with Benzinga.